Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of the Beauty Business Babes podcast, or if you are watching on YouTube, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the sacrifices. The sacrifices that you have to make as an entrepreneur. I feel like people think that being an entrepreneur is cool. It's trendy. It's cool to say that I am a business owner. And let me tell you, it is pretty damn cool. If you're a business owner, you know that feeling of being like, yes, I own my own damn life and my business, which is great, right? A lot of us go into business because we love freedom. We want to be able to travel. We want to have an abundance of money. We want to be able to do the things that we want to do, right? But with all of that juicy yumminess comes sacrifice. And I want to talk about it because it's so true. Sometimes we go into business and we think that it's going to be an overnight success, that we are going to create the six figures that everybody talks about because we're special, because we went and we got that LLC, because we got a spray tanning gun or those lash tweezers or that lash certification or whatever. But truth be told, very rarely does it happen that way. And I say rarely because, I don't know, anything can happen, right? If you already have a huge, large following and you start a business, you're probably gonna have more success than the average Joanna. So I want to talk a little bit about the sacrifices that I personally had to make going into entrepreneurship. Some of you guys may know my story. I was a corporate girl, sales, marketing, loved it all until I didn't. And it was great money, but I knew that my soul was slowly leaving my body. I was not meant to do this. I wasn't meant to be in a cubicle with a headset on, talking to people on the phone all day, living in beautiful San Diego without windows. There was no windows in that place. Every single day that I wasn't allowed to do that, it really ate at my soul until one day I was sitting at my cubicle talking to my friend Lynette, telling her and crying to her really about how much I did not like this job. I knew in the depths of my soul that I was meant for more. So I quit my job. I put my 2 weeks in. I had money saved up. I traveled for about 18 months and it was great. But at the end of 18 months, I was broke. I was broke as hell and I didn't know what to do. I could go and work for corporate again, my six-figure cushy ass job, whatever. Or I could open up my journal entry of a bunch of different ideas because I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, look at one of those ideas and choose one, right? And that's what I did. I ended up doing that. I ended up choosing mobile spray tanning. So I got a mobile spray tan that day. I decided that I was just gonna go all in and do this. I spent my last $2,000 and I got my equipment, got my online training, got my certification, and started practicing on everybody and went from a mobile business into having a salon, got my license in aesthetics, got my first brick and mortar, started training people and expanding into live events and product creation and online courses and all of that juiciness. So it's been a really fun thing to do, but it didn't come without a lot of sacrifice. And I used to be a party animal in my 20s. I used to be the one gathering everybody up, going to Huntington Beach and Tijuana and San Diego and drinking micheladas and just loving life on a social level. I needed to stop doing all of that. Really stop, completely stop doing all of that when I first started my business. And I knew that this shift would be temporary, right? I knew that this time in my life needed my focus. My business needed my focus because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't have anybody to show me the way. I didn't have any entrepreneurial friends back then. I didn't have anybody in my family that started a business. So I was really using Google and asking people questions and trying to figure all of this out on my own. And if I wanted this to be successful, I knew that I had to put full focus on that. And that meant giving up some of the things that were priorities for me at that time, which was socializing, going out, traveling, all that stuff. I don't believe that I traveled that at all for like 4 years when it was not work related after I started my business. Whereas before, I used to travel all the time. Now, within the last couple of years, I've been able to do that again, and it's been great. But for 4 years, I had to sacrifice traveling just for fun. And I really had to travel if it was work related, which I made fun anyway, but I had to make sure that I wasn't not working. And of course, this is where burnout comes in and all of the things, right? Because as a new entrepreneur, I didn't know what burnout was. But that's for another discussion, right? The sacrifices that I had to make was losing friends. I had to lose friends in order to elevate, right? Like there were people that were weighing me down, holding me back. They weren't great influences on me, and we just outgrew each other. And that's okay. That was probably one of the hardest things that I've learned through entrepreneurship is outgrowing people, because you want everyone to be your friend for a long time. You want to have those connections for life. And sometimes that just does not happen. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with allowing yourself to gracefully let go of the people that aren't meant to be in your life at that next level, right? So my view on entrepreneurship is really every time I get to that next level, I have to reevaluate. Like, who am I surrounding myself with? What do I need to be doing right now? What sacrifices do I need to make at this very moment in time? And not to say that those sacrifices have to be forever. A lot of them are just temporary, right? But every time I want to get into the next level of wherever it is that I am at, I know that I have to do things differently than what I'm currently doing at the level that I'm currently at. So sacrifices are something that I feel like are always happening. They're always changing. It's always something that you're going to have to deal with. And for many entrepreneurs, I want to say for the majority of us, it's really hard and difficult to make those decisions on boundary setting and like making sure that we're taking the time and energy, putting it all into what we need to be doing in order to grow the business, because the business doesn't grow on its own. Your focus, whatever your focus is on, that is going to grow. So whether that's in your relationships, whether that's on your health, whether that is on your business, and it's really hard to find balance within all of that. I will be like the first person, the last person, the second person, all of the people to tell you that balance is really, really difficult to achieve. In my world, it fluctuates, right? There are moments in my life where I'm focused on family. There are moments in my life where I'm focused on my business. It depends on the season of my life. I'm okay with that because I know that that's the way balance looks for me. It's going to be different for everybody. So your balance might look a little bit different. But if you can balance all of these things out perfectly, I want to talk to you because I need you on the podcast sharing what you do to balance everything together at the same time simultaneously, because girl, it is hard. And I'm pretty damn good at it at this point in my life in terms of like balancing just my entire life in general. But like I said, it works differently for me than it might work for you. I hope that this helps you guys. I want you guys to know that you're not alone when it comes to sacrifices that you have to make within your business to scale. And it's okay to say no to your family. It's okay to say no to your friends. It's okay to say no to your business. It's okay to say no to whatever it is that you want to say no to. But I want you to also be aware that if you don't have that grit, if you don't have that determination, if you don't have the whatever it takes attitude, especially in the beginning of growing your business, it's going to be extremely hard for you to scale this business, to thrive in this business. You have to put your entire ass and heart and soul and mind into it. No half-assing here. You have to put your full ass into it, okay? Because if it wasn't for my grit and my determination and like the time and energy and passion that I spent trying to learn all the things that had to do with marketing and business growth and all the stuff that comes along with being an entrepreneur, I absolutely would not be where I'm at today. And it's because no one is going to come in and save you. It's not just gonna come and fall on your lap. Like, you're not gonna know what to do. So you have to figure it out. And everything is figure outable. That's from Marie Forleo. She said that, and that's always stuck with me. Everything is figure outable. You can figure out anything. And we're living in a time and a day that we can literally learn anything on YouTube, on Google. How amazing is that? So to me, it's my obligation to be able to make the decisions today, to make the sacrifices today, so that way not only I can live a better life today, going forward, but my son can see that and he can live a better life because of my decisions and my sacrifices today. I think about my lineage a lot. I think about my ancestors a lot. I think about the people who are going to come after me a lot. And I want to change the trajectory of where we have been. I want to change our entire lineage, and I can do that if I am focused, if I'm determined, if I decide to make the sacrifices, and if I decide to do this on a consistent basis, not just half-assing it, just not doing it just when I want to, doing it all the time until I'm at the place where I want to be. And when I get there, most likely I'm going to be wanting to get to that next level, right? I think a lot of you guys can probably relate to that. So know that you're not doing this for selfish reasons. You're not just doing it for yourself. I come from a line of servants, I just found out, servants and butlers and limo chauffeurs. My mom was born in a literal Peruvian jungle with like no hospital, nothing. They were poor as hell, as you can imagine. I come from a lineage of not wealthy people at all. And so I want to change that for us. Like, I want to change it. And I know that you have the power to change that too. So I hope this helps you guys. I love you guys long time. And I hope you guys make the best decisions for you, for your family, and for your future. I'll see you on the next episode.